people of the World Wide Web. So it is Cypher Sigma here. Yep, we're just into the new year, and obviously Christmas has come. I've been quite frivolous, and as you will see from another collection that is obviously going, I am doing a purge, so to speak, getting through his stuff. A lot of stuff that I will get rid of. Like you'll see at the end, I don't really get a lot of money for it. There's even one series that I find afterwards that I pull out. So I had all this stuff, so I went and traded it in. I had a few games that me and my mate have completed and traded them, and I got 25 quid altogether. I had a £6 voucher, so that meant I had £31. So basically I was looking to get rid of it. There was a few things I was after, there's a few things I came across. So we'll get into the video now so you can see what was on the shelves at CX. You can see there was some work being done, so everything was compiled. So we'll get into the video now. So here we are in CEX as we start with the animate section. So Eden of the East, there I do have more or less the complete series except for the special. Dr. Stone Season 2, one I'm after, but I'm thinking I might pick it up on Blu-ray. There's a few more, just kind of skimming through what is there. I've had a little look online before, kind of picking out anything that may take my interest. Obviously they have Blue Exorcist there, Dragon Ball, and then as you may remember from the last video, basically a massive load of One Piece. And as I'm looking to collect these, I'm hopefully going to pick several of these up each week as I go in there. So good that I've got a fair few I can start picking up to start bulking out the collection. And then here we have the normal Blu-rays. Now as you can see, they've compiled them because the shelves to the left. So that was 300 number 2 with a reprinted cover. Starting to see a bit more of these reprinted covers. Not the biggest fan, but and then going through picking up the same kind of anime I keep coming across. As my collection kind of is growing, it is coming apparent that obviously there's not as many titles I keep coming across, but it's still enjoyable to have the thrill of the hunt, so to speak, when I go and see in CXs and basically what they have, even though I do sometimes look online, just to get a rough idea of some of the stuff they may have, anime section and anything come after. So I am scouring down. There are a lot of people around me and talking, so this is why I kind of move around. Ferrari, interested in that, but again, a reprinted cover, so I won't be picking that up. Fifth Element, I may upgrade my copy in a little while because I do like that. Furiosa, Addict, have it in the collection, but I'm not in a rush to get that, so I didn't think too much of the movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, a lot of people rave about it. Obviously, it has kind of made a hit come back, but 10 quid for a movie I've never seen, I'm not willing. Kung Fu Panda, really enjoyed that. But yeah, £12, not going to pay that amount to pick it up at present. So we have Jujutsu Kaisen Joe 90 there. Insidious. As you see, I keep scanning kind of as we go one by one. Obviously, this is it. I was speaking with my mum about it the other day. Fun enough, because obviously Michael comes out this year, then they've got like box sets. So I keep looking at some of these box sets to see if I can upgrade my sets. Moomin Valley, obviously still a little bit expensive, but I do like the Moomins. Or did like it as a kid. The Munsters, do remember watching that as a child. I think maybe from when my parents were watching it. Madam Web down to £5, still not too expensive for me to pick up as of yet. No Bears, no idea. I kind of like picking out the titles that I've never really heard of, just to see what they are. There's another anime one. Not really any of the animes I'm after half the time in here, but we keep scrolling through and see what we can find. Obviously, that's a Silent Voice. That is one on my top 100 list that I do need to look at. It was £8, so not a bad price. They Live, obviously, for that, and Terrify. Yeah, didn't really like one, so I won't really pick up any of the others. Bit of Thunderbirds there. Total Recall. Tall Man, I quite like that. Quite a good twist. I thought at the end of that movie. If you've not seen it, there's some really, as I say, there's people walking around me and that, so it's a bit hard to try and film. Attack on Titan season 2. Obviously, I've got the complete lot now. So hopefully I get it in a bit focused. Gemini Man, Aliens. Obviously, I do need to upgrade to the box set that I was hoping to get for Christmas, which I didn't. So one to look out for. There's an interview of a vampire TV series. Never seen it. Didn't even know it existed. So we scroll along there. This is what I was hoping to get for Christmas. 20 quid here, so far cheaper than what is on Amazon and that prices. So I may pick that up. Maybe I'll pick it up this time. Maybe I'll pick it up in the future. Who knows? There we go. We've got Demolition Man, saw that at cinema last year, so that's quite a good. Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, I have most of it on DVD, so do I want to go over to Blu-ray? Don't Breathe 2, I liked one. There's Dread, but it's only the 3D version. It isn't the standard version or 4K, so I think, need to revisit that. There's a lot of people that told me it's really, really good. I didn't really like it the first time watching it. Cat People, again, bit of a strange title. I live with the Grindhouse Double Bill. Grease, there's a few other random anime ones, but they're more TV series or stuff like that. Obviously, Get Carter there. We have Godzilla, Great Gatsby, Delta Force, I think that was, with Chuck Norris. Yeah, Delta Force 2 even. So a lot of Garfields. I think that's down to £8, was it? Yeah, £8. I did like that movie. I will wait a little longer for it to drop in price. I wasn't a big fan of Ghostbusters either, but I will wait a little while for it to drop, and if it's cheap enough I will pick it up. Then we have Psycho Gorman. You see me pick up. Quite interested in this. I've heard a few mixed reviews on it. Again, maybe if it drops a little bit cheaper, kind of keep it in the price of my Blu-rays. If it's £5-6, then I will kind of pick it up. £4, £3 to £4 is far better, but Parasite there, I believe. Paranorman, Paddington. And then we go down to a lot of Star Wars. Obviously, I've now got all those multi-packs. So I got them for my birthday and Christmas. So that's all complete. So I look forward to rewatching all of them. Super 8, pardon me. I got Super 8 on a Steelbook earlier this year. That's Picard Season 3, I think. Again, I did really enjoy that. Made me want to go back and watch Generations, even though I don't own it. But I've decided that I think I will just get hold of that Picard series or the free series when I get a chance, when it hopefully drops in price a little. Valerian, that one of the greatest of movies. I think I have that on DVD as well, so not in a rush to upgrade that. So Back to the Future, which AJ gifted me. Boy Kills World, I've really enjoyed that movie from last year. Black Cat. Beetlejuice, I did enjoy that as well. Again, going to wait for it to drop a little bit in price before I pick it up. Not in a rush to spend £12 on a new movie. Borderlands, rubbish movie. Again, I may pick it up and do a rewatch if it's very cheap, but I'm not, just because I like the game and do feel need to give it a bit of time. Daryl Dixon, obviously my on Despicable Me 4. Do need to pick that up again, let it drop a little bit in price. Dinosaurs, so good old David Attenborough documentary, I think that was, on dinosaurs. Let's go on here. Then we have Halo Season 1. Halo has been a series I've been interested to look into. I know they did a Season 1 and 2. Obviously the Hellraiser set. So Harry Potter's, I have loads. Hunger Games, I had the box set. Harold and Purple Crayon was £15. I had a few copies of it. It's really expensive, even though the movie was rated really, really bad. So hopefully that will either drop in price really quickly or not. Little Monsters. Obviously, does anybody know who voiced that green blue one person? I do know him. Yeah, obviously. And Hunger Games, that's not too bad. It's dropped quite quickly in price. So anybody who doesn't know who's been watching on, who didn't pause it, that's Howie Mandel. He is that blue character. Obviously, Howie Mandel is from, probably I think is it X Factor, but most famously, as I know him, is the voice of Gizmo from Gremlins. I think that was a Star Trek prodigy, or not quite sure. I'm not seen it. Vikings, never watched any of it. So I'm trying to get rid of series that I'm not in a great rush to pick up new series I haven't seen. There's some Walking Dead stuff there again. Need to get the full box set of those. X-Men I have. Probably just kind of flying through some of these. Trigger Point, I think that was. Never heard of that. Didn't look the greatest. Got some R.I.P.D. obviously in 3D. That was an okay movie. Robo Doclair. Rick and Morty I do obviously like Back to the Future stuff, so would like to pick them up, but I'm waiting until I find some cheap. Then we have the Hulk, Elektra, Expendables, almost there. Fear of the Walking Dead, I think that's the final series. I've still only got 1 and 2 to watch. So yep, here we go. That is kind of what was on. Obviously, it still seemed quite packed because everything was condensed. They still have quite a lot of good stock. But what did I get? So going through the purge and stuff like this, that is hasn't kind of happened here on this channel, but has happened for me in real life. I'm wiping out a lot of stuff and trying to complete a lot of stuff to try and tidy up a lot of my collection. I just want to, a lot of stuff I've seen or series I've seen and missing bits. I kind of want to complete all of that to have, have watched everything, have seen everything in an ideal world. And then I can look at fresh and look at newer stuff or maybe upgrading. So what did I pick up? So I managed to spend all my voucher and a little bit more. So first off, we have season 2 of Glee. So I really liked Glee. Obviously, it has its issues. Obviously, several cast members aren't with us anymore, unfortunately, and that. But it was quite an enjoyable series to watch. It turned out when I went for it, I hadn't got series 3. I'd had 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, £2. So they had 2 copies of that. So good to pick that up. Matt, he gifted me a little while ago the first 2 50 Shades movie. They're the 2 movies that I'd actually been to the cinema to see. I didn't mind them, but because he got me 1 and 2, luckily they had the 3rd one on DVD, so I went and bought that one. So I now have the complete set to sit down and watch. So I look forward to watching that. Next up, as I've shown on a previous video, they have someone has basically traded in more or less a whole complete collection of One Piece. Obviously, most of them are now £10. The later ones get £12 and £15. So I say I've taken it on myself that once a month I will pick up a volume of this, as this is one of the ones for my anime collection. Funnily enough, on the anime collection, there was one I went in there specifically for and didn't end up picking up because I'm an idiot. Which I didn't realise till afterwards. But yeah, so I'm going to be picking one of these up. There's about 30 volumes, so it might take me 2 years. Maybe if I get a bit of money, I'll trade some other stuff in and get a lot of that. So next up is one I saw I thought was okay. Completes the Hunger Games collection. So this is the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and obviously I know it features Snow White and all the stuff, but we won't get into that. One movie me and my wife watched, that was the Tom and Jerry movie. So we were like, it was £3. I think it was £5 last time I went in there. I saw it £3. I enjoyed the movie. Chloe Moretz, yeah, it stars her. Enjoyable enough. One I was massively lucky to come across, and I came across this totally by accident, is the Halo series. So I'm a massive fan of the game. I've never seen the series. I've never had Paramount Plus. My wife has got a 3-month trial for us to do, so we will do that soon. But yeah, I found it on Blu-ray, so glad to pick this up. I'm glad to finally, hopefully, find some time to watch this. I look forward to seeing this. I know it's only 2 series, but it is what it is. So then the final 3 we have is Nicolas Cage, so Mum and Dad. I've kind of seen the trailer for this. I picked this up last time and then put this back down, or maybe it was a DVD because it's like £4, but I was like, do you know what, I was getting rid of a load of stuff. It is what it is. The next 2, obviously, I'd done my top movies for next year, or this year I should say, and one of the movies that I wanted to watch was Michael. So I around Christmas period of going back to my parents. Obviously my mum is a massive Michael Jackson fan. That is where I got, like, that is where I was introduced to it as a child. And when I was speaking to her about This Is It, and she was like, I've never heard of it. So I saw this on Blu-ray, so I picked this up, and basically my DVD I will then give to my mum so she can watch it and stuff like that. So I look forward to watching this, and then obviously in a few months when that comes out. And then just for upgrading the series, Green Hornet 50p. It's, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Blu-ray for 50p. Haven't seen it in a long time. I'm sure it'll be an enjoyable watch, probably nothing special to watch. So yeah, so that is everything I picked up. I had to pay another £6 on top of it, but ticking stuff off my box, which is the main objective for this one. A few things I did find with CX, obviously they are starting to see a lot more reprinted covers. Not the biggest fan of that. Did have a few things with the staff member. So the staff member, I took a load of stuff in. Basically they were scrutinising all my discs for one, which is, if you've ever been to CX and seen some of the quality of discs they give out. So they were being a bit stringent on the games, but I was like, fine. The guy forgot to give me my cash. And another thing, and I basically queried one of them. He said that I picked up, people, or AJ and Nat have mentioned about Dread has been talking about. So it had a copy for £3, but it only had the 3D version, and I think some 3D versions are a bit funny to play on the Xbox. So I didn't end up picking up that. So it was nice for him to flag that up. But the interesting thing I flagged up is, obviously when people try to trade stuff in with games and that, I picked up some that I didn't realise. So they normally go by this rating here. So it's 15. So it's funny that this is also rated 15, but if you see, it also has the foreign sticker. So this is technically not an English version, or it is an English version, but it comes from another country. I just queried a guy on that as well, and he kind of couldn't answer me that. He just says, oh, overall the case says that it's, I was like, well, potentially this is not a UK, even though it reads as English. Either you've got the wrong discs, you've screwed up somewhere. But also another thing I heard when I was saying there, someone said they had a lot of DVDs to give in. Supposedly the blanket thing for, even though I traded in a few stuff that was DVDs and I got like £1, £2 for it, their blanket kind of response is, if you go to, if you say I've got those DVDs, they go, well, we give you a penny for DVDs and you can only trade in 10 at a time. That's it. So as we keep saying about physical media and stuff, so obviously that's the way DVDs are. But anyway, that's been my pickup and my haul for January. Obviously quite a lot of Christmas, and this adds up to it, but I should be able to smash a lot of this. Is there anything I missed on the video? Please let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. I've been Cypher Sigma Screen Time, and I shall see you in the next one.